Hello. Welcome to this recorded session for Lent. This is week 4, and each week we've been looking at different practices of getting closer to God, of praying, different tools that we use. And this week we're looking at something called mending. And it's about forgiveness. Without forgiving, we can't really call ourselves Christian. The whole point of being saved is that God forgave us. And so we must do the same. And in the Lord's Prayer, it says that we will forgive others. This is central to our faith. And we know this, but it's not always easy. In my experience, we think we've forgiven, but we haven't actually forgotten. And forgiveness is difficult at times. We have to put so much aside. Our pride. We have to trust the other person again when we really don't feel like it or feel vulnerable. And so this mending exercise should help us to come to a place of forgiveness. Now, in my rather messy study, we'll see I have a cross which may help later on in the process. But also what's important, and you may want to pause your screen now, what's important is that you have something similar to this, which is just a stone from the garden. It can be a big stone, it can be much, much smaller than this, but something like a stone. So if you don't have that now, you might want to pause and go and get something and then come back. So let's relax and start in the same way that we have done with the other previous disciplines. We're going to be, firstly, forgiving ourselves and also others, so that we can be released from bitterness and hatred and just live the life that God has intended us to lead. So sit comfortably and just centre ourselves as we've done before. Just slightly lengthen our breathing and being very present in the now, this moment. Not what's gone before, not what is to come, but just being aware of everything around us now. You may find it helpful to close your eyes, but this isn't necessary. And smile. Pick up your stone or your object, and as you hold it, think about something that has hurt you. It might be a small thing, it might be a huge thing. It might have happened this morning. It might have happened 50 years ago. But whatever it is, just spend some time now in silence, calling it to mind. Hold the stone very tightly in your non-dominant hand, so the one that you don't use to write with. And picture the time that you were hurt by the situation or by the person. And now allow yourself to do something that you probably haven't done for a while. Allow yourself to feel the pain that you still carry about that time. What are your emotions? How does your body feel? Are you tense? What are your thoughts? Spend some time thinking about those things. And now move the stone to your dominant hand, the other hand. Hold it tightly, and now this stone could be used as a weapon. It was thrown at you in that situation, and you could throw it back. But would it make anything better? How might it make things worse? Spend some time thinking. Would it make things better or worse? And now feel the burden of the hurt inside. Ask, who is suffering? Who is suffering? Have I carried this weight long enough now? Am I willing to forgive? Am I willing to forgive? If the answer is no, then that's okay. But if you're ready to let the burden go, breathe in and silently say, I acknowledge the pain. I'm aware of the pain. Breathe in, then breathe out and say, I am forgiving whoever the person is that you're forgiving, whatever the situation is that you're forgiving. Breathe in, breathe out and say, I am forgiving. Breathe in, breathe out and say, I am forgiving. Breathe in, breathe out and say, I am forgiving. You can carry on doing that as long as you like. We'll just have a bit of silence now, but you could also pause and say it more. don't need the stone anymore. So I'm going to put it at the foot of the cross. Jesus had many stones thrown at him, but he refused to throw them back. Let's just have another pause and see if there are situations where we should be forgiven. What have we done whereby we need forgiveness? And let's say the Lord's Prayer together, concentrating on forgiving. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen. If you've kept your eyes closed all this time, I invite you now to open them and bring your attention back to the room. Have a bit of a stretch, and of course, smile. I hope you found that time valuable. I hope it's something you might do from time to time. But God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll be seeing you soon.